So this video is about setting up a transactional email service for your website on the cheap. So why do you even care about a transactional email service? What's that all about? Just a little short digression. This is the form that I created, which actually works and proves that I have done the transactional email service correctly. Now, transactional email is all about making sure the emails that are sent from your website are going to be received. And transactional emails are things like password resets, form submissions, things where people like raise their hand and they say like, hey, I want you to message me. So they give their consent. It's different from marketing email where you're sending messages to people that have not given their consent. That's different. Transactional marketing, different. So why do you care about setting that up? You care because if you don't set it up, you're rolling the dice on whether people will receive your emails or not. Also, it's nice to set up because you can also do things like check deliverability, see like, are these actually landing in there, that kind of thing. So let's get into the tools I use, and you're going to be pretty excited here because this is very inexpensive in my opinion, and it's a lifetime deal for this. This is the transactional email service called Mail.ru, $40. Nice. That's great because Postmark and other like SendGrid, they do have free tiers, but SendGrid, sorry, does. But I've heard like mixed results about that. Like it's not that great according to like one guy I talked to. So I wanted to get something like that, is going to work. But if you go to the paid tiers, I'm sure it's a lot better. But you're paying monthly. This is just one payment and you're done. So yeah, I would just jump on that. And then the other tool I use is free, and they actually say that they're going to always be free. Fluent SMTP. This is the tool that helps your website kind of talk to this thing. So it's sort of like an API or whatever. I'm not quite sure, but it just kind of makes this thing work. Okay, so how do we set all this up now that we know like how important having one of these things is? So what you're going to do, if I haven't mentioned it, by the way, I'm using Bricks Builder, and the form I'm using is a just default Bricks Builder form. To learn more, you can go look online. There's one video by WP Toots about it. So here are the steps to kind of like save you some trouble. So you're going to go to Get Mail.ru, get a domain. I use Cloudflare to manage my records. You're going to be adding records here. You're going to open Mail.ru, and you're going to go to Domains. Let's show you here. So you're going to go to Domains and like Connect New Domain. And then it's going to ask you, okay, like what domain do you want to use? And if you're like me, you probably type in this, like mydomain.com. And then it's going to give a message saying like, hey, we need you to make a subdomain. And you're probably going to ask like, why the hell do I need to do that? And the reason is it like keeps things more organized on your DNS, but it still works with everything. It's still fine. Okay. So you can just go like this, like add email, or you can just say like mail, just something right there at the beginning. So I just, you can just choose like email.mydomain.com and then continue. And then the next page, you're going to get all these DNS records where I'm pointing to right now. And then you just enter those into your cPanel or Cloudflare, whatever you're using. And what records are those? They are, I just entered these ones. SPF, DKIM, DMARC, click open tracking. But I didn't add MX records because that email, that domain, like mydomain.com, I'm also using that with Google Workspace. So I want to just be able to use that to like pop off like individual emails to clients. And I'm going to have the Google Workspace MX records handle that. And those are going to be on this like top domain. It's not going to be on the subdomain. Subdomain is going to handle Mail.ru, and this one's going to handle everything else. Okay. This kind of confused me, so hopefully that helps somebody. Maybe you can kind of think of this as like a folder within your domain. Maybe that would help you. It's like, or you can just type in like SMTP if you wanted to, just to make it even more clear. But yeah, so just gotta add something. By the way, when you're sending these emails, transactional emails out, you're gonna see this in the from email. So this is your from, but it's actually gonna be something more like contact at, because you gotta add something to it, right? Like contact, help, info, etc. So we'll just say like help for now. So that's what it's going to look like to people when they receive the confirmation messages. Okay. Now we're going to go to SMTP accounts in Mail.ru. So, pardon me. Here we go. So SMTP accounts, and this is all the stuff that you're going to enter into Fluent SMTP. They make it really easy. So once you've downloaded Fluent SMTP into WordPress, just kind of match things up. So we got the from email. I wonder what that is. It's right there. Whatever yours is. If you go to from email, from name, just make up whatever you want. SMTP host. Well, you can probably guess. It's right here. This thing. It'll give you its own values, right? You're gonna have your own like separate password and everything to use. Just one note: you can only enter one of these ports, as far as I know, into here. So just enter one. I put 587. Match it up with this 587, and I left everything else the same. And then pop username password from here. Username password into this area, and then click Save Connections. After that, give it a test. On Fluent SMTP, there is a test email that you can send out. So just send it out, see if it works. If it doesn't, maybe you missed a step. If not, then double check with by going to logs here and see if you can see that those emails sent out. If they have, then you're in luck. Also check your email to see if everything's worked out there. One last note, Mail.ru, in order to provide good deliverability, is like pretty strict about making you cross your T's, dot your I's, make sure you do everything correctly. So there's a verification period, but you can still test 100 emails before you're verified. So you can still get working before you're verified. And that's it. Good luck.